It may not look like it, but winter's about to release its grip. Open water season is almost upon us.
For a lot of us, this time of the season means goal setting. I'm a big fan of goals. Goals help give you some direction and keep you focused over the course of the season. A lot of people will set goals that are based on having a particular experience. And I want to catch this kind of fish, and I want to catch this kind of fish, and I want to catch a fish this big, and oh, I've never caught a fish under a waterfall. Definitely want to catch a fish under a waterfall. I would encourage you this season to set some goals that are about learning something specific. Pick a tactic or a strategy or a body of water or a certain species and set out to increase your understanding to learn more about it. Personally, I'm always on the lookout for opportunities to learn. Sometimes there will be a big change in the weather or the water conditions, and instead of running around chasing after a bite, I'll focus on a specific area or strategy and just work it, give it some time so I can try and understand the nuances and increase my overall understanding about what the fish are doing and my ability to pattern them. In fact, this reminds me of a time just last fall.
All right, peeps, so here's the deal. We've been in kind of a drought here in Iowa this summer, and our main river has gone from looking like a river to more like looking like a creek. All summer long, it's been a steady decline in flow. So a couple of days ago, we got a buttload of rain, like 2 inches overnight, and for the first time in literally months, the rivers have actually jumped up. So the main river here has gone up 2 feet, and the velocity's doubled based on the gauges. So I'm a curious guy and I like to learn stuff. So now I'm on a mission. I got a spot here where I had pretty much established there was a congregation of fish. I was getting fairly regular action over the 10 days or so leading up to the rain. And now after the rain, you got increased flow and muddy water. So one of two things has happened here. Either those fish have taken advantage of this all the water and it's flushed them down and they're moving towards their winter holes, or it's just got them in the mood to eat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here every night over the course of the week. I'm going to sit on the same spots and I'm going to figure out if they're all gone or if they're here and they're ready to eat. So I'm getting loaded up. We're going to go get a line in the water. Tonight my plan was to go out a little closer to where I was fishing and getting on some fish before. The river's still coming up, so it's got another foot, maybe foot and a half up from yesterday. So a lot of my places to tie up, there's just too much current there. It's just ripping through, and that's no good. So I had to go to Plan B. I'm in a little backwash eddy here. It took me a bit longer than I anticipated to get set up. So I'm here now, I'm tied off, I got my baits out, I can calm down, I can really use a beer. I don't have a beer. Then put your little hand in mine. Alright, day 3. First night out on the water, no bites. Second night out on the water, no bites. Now it would be easy to say, well, with the rain, the water's muddy, temperatures have dropped a little bit, fish don't like the change and they're just being lethargic, and that's possible, but I also know that there's some other guys I know who have done pretty good on these fish the last couple days in different areas. So I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe the water came and these fish that had all been congregated in this spot have really just gotten flushed out and they took advantage of the water and they're moving to a winter hole someplace. But I'm not going to give up just yet. Now, gee, Denny, if you think the fish might have moved out, why would you stay and fish? Well, that's a fair question. Because like my man Bug Perry always said, you can't catch them fishing where they ain't. And that's true. But he also said, knowledge is the key to fishing success. And knowledge comes from experience. And my personal opinion is that when you're dealing with local waters, the waters that are the closest to you, the most easily accessible, the places where you can fish the most quickly and easily, it's in your best interest to spend some time really understanding what's going on so you can pattern the fish in the big picture. Sometimes that means committing to a spot or an area or a technique and seeing it through. Even if you start to think it's not working, you need to make sure you understand what's going on. So if I quit now and I give up on the spot and I go running around chasing for fish, I don't really learn. I might catch a fish, and that'd be great because I like catching fish, but I don't really learn what I want to learn. I want to be able to pattern these fish and understand the movements on the large scale in the water systems that I get to fish the most. And not just the textbook, oh, they go here in the spring and they go here in the fall, because that's all true, but anybody who fishes, gets to know their own personal waters intimately, knows that they have unique local behavior. And the only way you really figure that stuff out is spending time on that water, making an effort to understand what's going on. So that's what I'm doing.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain.
The water's had a chance to settle, so it's more clear, it's not all muddy. The temps are still down, and the water's still up. But if there was one more shot to come out and take a look out here, this is it. So it's Friday night, came out after work, got out here on the water. Because the water's up, a lot of the places I would normally like to tie off, completely unavailable to me. I am struggling just a little bit to find a position that I'm happy with. I'm not unhappy where I'm at, I've got some sway I'm not crazy about, but
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb.
I just felt like I wasn't in the best spot. So I moved in tighter to the main brush pile. Normally I wouldn't want to fish this close to like the main, especially since it's kind of on the down, but it's pretty good size. There's a pretty good mat, and there's a nice current eddy that goes underneath it. And I feel like with this current, the fish, even in the evening, they may just stick close to it, hold tight to it, and try and do any feeding or roaming right around this eddy close to it. So I'm sitting sort of on the right on the edge of the current seam, right up against it. Yeah, that's a bite. Yeah, there we go. What the heck? All right, I'm definitely getting bit here. I know you can't see this. I thought I was getting bit by a rod in the back, and then the front definitely loaded up. All right. Here we go. Well, that answers that question. They're still here. He's not a pig. I'm getting bit in the back too. I just got it. Well, if I hadn't clicked my clicker when I set the hook, that might have been a thing. All right, well, he's a cold fish. Learning, that's why I'm here to learn. All right, we're gonna put him back. Yeah.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you something to think about when you're setting goals for this season. Time spent learning is time well spent. If you focus on learning the fish will come. If this gave you some good ideas, go ahead and give it a like or drop some comments in the comments section. Be sure and subscribe and hit the bell so you get the alerts when the new uploads are posted. And otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.